Hey, welcome to the video. In this one, I want to break down the hybrid system and how coaches are using this to add 3 to 4 dream coaching clients every week, using Instagram ads and sharing their core values in their content. So right now, if you're getting amazing results with clients, but you're relying on organic content, word of mouth and referrals, meaning you're starting every month from zero, not knowing where your next client is coming from. You're hearing more objections on sales calls around price. Maybe you're getting ghosted after the call where people will say they'll get back to you, or you're just not getting calls booked enough to be able to grow your business. Then you're probably missing repeatable systems to create leads, calls, and clients on demand, especially attracting the kind of clients that you want to work with. And I've been there, and so have all of my clients. I've been in the online coaching space now for 9 years. I started out as a kind of online transformation coach, helping men with their mind and their body. And I grew that offer to 6 figures. After that, I ended up working for my business mentor internally and helping him scale to multi 7 figures. So I really kind of understood the infrastructure around business, marketing, sales. And then I spent the last 6 years building marketing systems and client acquisition systems for other coaches. I've helped over 600 clients now generate over $30 million in recorded sales. And some of the clients I've worked with, like Josh, who is from Australia, he is a mindset coach, and he was stuck between kind of 5 and 10K a month because he was just relying on like organic marketing. His message wasn't that specific. We got his messaging and his content dialed in. We started running ads, and he's now doing consistent 25K months, which is really cool. Remote Fit Pro on the other end of the spectrum were already doing $100,000 a month. They were already running ads, but they were spending $50,000 a month on ads. They had a massive team. They had a lot of expenses, and things were just not running very well at all. Their messaging was off. It was really vague. And so we got this all dialed in. We built out a hybrid system for them. And they were able to go from $100,000 to $250,000 a month within 3 months. Now, they are a little bit different from most clients that I work with because they already had a massive team in place. So just bear that in mind, but they use the same systems. Trent was doing about 20K a month. He's a mindset coach and emotional regulation coach, and he scaled to around 90K a month. And I think that took about 12 months in total. We worked together a few years ago. Dr. Shaw in Canada, he was doing well already, but we added an extra $1.75 million within a year. And that was through, a combination of paid ads and content. Callum was brand new to the kind of coaching consulting space. He had a business coaching offer for e-commerce fashion store owners. He grew that from 0 to £55,000. So that's about 68,000 USD a month. Dr. Espen, again in Australia, is a kind of spirituality coach, and he does a lot of physical events and then sells coaching on the back end. And so we did $200,000 of sales within 6 weeks using some of these systems. Tiari Taura is a mindset coach based in New Zealand. We added $100,000 New Zealand dollars of sales within 30 days of setting up paid ads for him. And Luke is a men's performance coach in the UK who was already doing pretty well on LinkedIn, but he was kind of capping out and he couldn't grow he couldn't grow any further basically. He was kind of stuck doing about £20,000, £30,000 a month. And so we ended up doubling that in the space of a year by using paid acquisition systems on Instagram. And then here's some screenshots as well. I won't go through all of these, but feel free just to pause this if you want to have a look. But these are all recent screenshots. So, I had a client start last week, and he is already getting leads in his inbox within the first day of launching ads, which is really cool. And what he says here is that, the campaign is also starting to attract his ideal client. Another client just put a post out for an offer we created, and he's getting, got 5 meetings booked straight away. One client has spent £550 on ad and taken £11,000 back, which is like a 20x return on ad spend. One client is a few weeks in, he's gotten his 3rd sale already, which is super cool because he was at a very dry spell, like he hadn't made any sales in a few months. And so that's really cool to see. Another client who I've been working with for a long time now has just cracked 100K a month in his business, so on and so forth. So you can have a look at those. There's more on my website as well. So the reason most coaches are stuck right now that I see in the industry, because I speak to coaches every day, jumping on calls, having conversations in the DMs, and obviously the clients I work with as well, the things that I'm seeing is there's more noise online than ever before. The coaching industry has just been exploding the last few years. Everything, during the pandemic kind of really just accelerated the growth of online coaching. However, that has meant that there's more competition, there's a lot of noise, and there's a lot of coaches saying the same thing and posting the same trending shit, right? You got on Reels, everyone's trying to copy each other, all doing the same stuff because they think that's what works, because that's getting views, that's getting likes, that's getting follows, but that does not equal clients. Going viral often is the worst thing you can do in your coaching business because you're sharing really generic content that doesn't really build know, like, and trust. It's just stuff that's entertaining to people. No one is sharing their actual personality, right? You are a coach, you are a personal brand. That requires you to share a personality, to have opinions, to share your beliefs, your values, the things that are important to you, your life, right? Some coaches, you have no idea what's actually in their life, what's going on day to day, right? And that's super important. A lot of the time it's very ego focused. So it's like kind of, putting others down, especially you see this more with men, but like a lot of people kind of putting each other down and throwing rocks at people, or just focused on vanity metrics. And just wanting attention, right? You think, oh yeah, I'm going to go viral and grow tens of thousands of followers. I've worked with clients in the past that have had millions of followers and they struggle to make sales, right? I had a client a few years ago, he was an online fitness coach. He had, I think, about 2 million followers and he was struggling to make 5K a month, right? Because he just grown this massive audience that was really generic and it wasn't people that he actually wanted to work with in his high ticket offer where he was trying to charge $3,000. Right? He had an audience of people that were really young and really broke that had no money and they just wanted free information, and he was trying to sell a $3,000 transformation. So it just didn't add up, right? And not posting the right content means you're getting traction from other coaches a lot of the time, right? That's something I hear a lot. It's like, oh, I get, more coaches follow me than actual clients. So we want to fix that. And so why hybrid? Well, we want to combine the best of both worlds when it comes to direct response marketing and personal branding. Think of this as a way to accelerate the growth of your personal brand by building a hyper-targeted audience of your perfect fit clients, right? So the problem, and I'm going to get into this in a second, but the problem with a lot of people is they're either trying to go viral to get views, which means they're growing a really kind of vague, broad audience that aren't specific, or when they do really educational content, it's kind of boring and it just doesn't really get any traction. So using ads is a really good way to get in front of the right people. And this doesn't cost a lot to get started, and you can start getting a return on ad spend very, very fast. I have clients that make sales within the first week of setting this up, right? So we want to use hyper-targeted ads, we want to use core values content, and then transformational offers. That's going to be really pivotal to get momentum fast. So the first pillar that makes up this system is reverse engineering the transformation you help clients achieve, which starts with your story. Chances are you became a coach because you went through a personal transformation yourself within your life, and that is what got you into coaching, right? I know that was the case for me. When I was young, I struggled with depression, anxiety. I was a really kind of skinny, self-conscious teenager. And then in my early 20s, I went through a massive transformation. I put on a lot of muscle. I got really confident in myself, dating, my social life. And so I kind of packaged my story essentially into my offer. And I started attracting people who were like me a few years prior to that. So kind of guys that were struggling with their self-confidence. And I would help them on this journey to build strength in terms of both in terms of physically, but also mentally as well. I teach them meditation and tools with mindfulness to help them achieve kind of a deeper level of transformation. And that was how I was able to kind of take that business off the ground. You want to get clear on your vision, your mission, and your values. This is one of the first things that I get clients to go through because it's super, super important. Like, it's not just about making sales. It's like you want to create a business that you love. And so the vision is really about you and what you want to create. The mission is the mission that your business is on, which is really about like impact metrics. So what is the thing that your business is trying to do, right? Not the money you're trying to make, but the impact you're trying to make, right? That's super important to understand, like the people you're helping and your values, like what is important to you. For me, like travel is something that I value, adventure, health is something that I value. These are all things that are really important to me. And I share that in my content. I share the things that, I do, right? I share when I'm going traveling. I share things that I do with my wife. I share things like eating out with my wife or whatever it is that I'm doing, because that's important to me. That's part of my lifestyle. I share that because I want to attract people that also resonate with that. Okay. And then insights as well. So insights is not teaching people what to do. It's showing kind of your beliefs. It's showing your insights. It's showing the things that you have been through or the things that you've helped clients with. And that builds much more of a connection than just kind of telling people what to do. And this is going to help create know, like, and trust with your audience when done right. So pillar 2 is taking control of your traffic. Right now, either you're not getting any traffic, which I hear a lot, or maybe you're just getting a load of random people follow you that aren't really the right fit for your offer. And so what we want to do is we want to create really specific content that's built to convert, which means it's not going to go viral. But then what we do is we take that content and put it in front of the right people using hyper-specific ads. And we want that content to be going out to people that are likely to become clients. So they resonate with the message. And that's why your story is really powerful, because people resonate with that. They're the type of demographic that is likely going to work with you. And what I do with my clients is I set DM ads up on Instagram, and literally the first couple of days of working together, so they have leads coming inbound, and they get momentum fast, right? They start having conversations with people who, are the perfect fit clients, and they start getting momentum and calls booked fast. For me, I think it's really important to get momentum fast, and so that's one thing I do with clients. And so pillar 3, there's the third and final pillar of this, is to convert with, I like video sales assets where you're selling the transformation, right? So people don't want a coach, right? They're not out there looking for coaches. Most of the time, they're just in pain. They have a problem they want to solve, and they probably have some sort of desire that they're trying to work towards. But most of the time, they're more focused on, I just want to get out of this pain. I want to get out of this problem. I want to solve this. And so focus on solving people's problems that people actually want to solve, right? You don't want to solve 10 steps ahead of where they are right now, because this is a mistake that a lot of people, myself included, make. For a long time, I would say things like, become the best version of yourself, right? And really kind of vague generic terms. And I try and talk about stuff from 10 levels ahead of where they're at right now, because I went through this deep transformation. I was like, oh, actually all this surface level stuff doesn't matter. Just focus on this really deep kind of spiritual and, transformation that you need to go on. And so you're going to get the results. But what I forgot was that to get to that point in life, I had to go through the physical stuff, the surface level stuff first. And so you have to meet people where they're at, and you have to tell that story. That's why your origin story is really important. Going back to kind of that core pivotal point of change for you, you probably started with surface level changes before you started working on other things. And so you got to meet people where they're at. That's super important, because you're taking them on a journey. You're not just going from A to Z. You're having to go through step by step to take them there. So if you want me to install a hybrid system into your coaching business so you can generate leads straight away, get people in your inbox fast, get calls booked with people who know, like, and trust you because they've understood your offer through your content, and you have the ability to sign 3 to 4 dream clients a week, build a thriving business that you actually love, then click the link below and book a game plan call. I will audit everything you're doing in your business currently. I'll see where the bottlenecks are and what needs improving. I will show you how my system works for your specific goals and create a custom game plan to implement it into your business. Now, you do need to have cash flow already. If you're at zero, if you have nothing to invest, this isn't going to work for you. You need to be willing to take your business seriously, invest in it. Any business requires upfront capital. That's super important. If you're like, I don't want to spend any money on my business, I don't want to invest in my business, don't expect it to grow, right? Being brutally honest, you need to be able to invest time, money, and energy into your business if you want it to grow, right? Super important. And if it makes sense, I will break down how my mentorship can help you get there faster. So I work one-to-one with people. As I say, this is a system that we build out for you. Most of it's pre-built already and it's proven, and we just plug it in, but there are things that we're going to tweak and the things that I'm going to coach you on to help you, create really good content, to be able to increase your conversions, to be able to take people from a message in the DMs to actually booking a call with you, to build those conversion assets like a video sales letter, so that when somebody watches it, they understand your offer and they actually want to work with you, right? We're going to build all of that out. I'm going to help you script it out. I'm going to work one-to-one with you. Plus, you're going to get access to an amazing mastermind of other coaches who are doing the same thing as you. You're going to get access to weekly group calls where we're diving and workshopping on different topics as well, alongside the one-to-one calls, the one-to-one access you have with me. So I am really hands-on with everybody I work with because I really care about results. I've been in a lot of masterminds and mentorships over the years where they promise you the world. You jump in, you're in a group of 500 people, it sucks, you get ignored. The person running the program isn't even involved with it. You're just given some kind of low-level intern to work with. This is not that. You're going to be working directly with me. I'm going to know exactly what's going on in your business. I'm going to know your numbers because I'm going to get you to fill them out every week. And we're going to track what is working, what needs improving, and keep you accountable, keep you moving forward and making sure that you have everything that you need to succeed. So if that sounds like what you need, if you're ready to really kind of make a pivotal jump and take this business seriously, grow it to new heights, and really just get re-inspired. Maybe you've kind of lost that inspiration a little bit. Maybe you're feeling a bit defeated. Maybe you're feeling a bit frustrated. We're going to give that a bit of a reset. Get excited again, get a really powerful vision in place, and that's going to help drive you forward into the future and grow a business that you actually love to run, that scales month on month. If that sounds like something that you want to find out more about, click the link below, book a call, and let's have a chat. I'll see you on the next one.